family of Mitrice Richardson is inviting the community in Los Angeles and surrounding counties to attend a public forum about the disappearance and possible murder of Mitrice Richardson. The forum will be held on December 6, 2010 and located at the Blue Room, 600 North Alameda Street in Compton, California, and will start promptly at 7:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Mitrice Richardson was suffering from a bipolar episode when she was arrested by Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff's deputies for what should have been a citable offense. But instead, Mitrice was incarcerated in the Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff's Station and then released at 12:38 a.m. under questionable circumstances. Mitrice would not be seen alive again, and her remains were recovered in a nearby ravine nearly 1 year later. Michael Richardson, the father of Mitrice, spoke to Black Talk Radio News and Views on November 10, 2010, about his displeasure with a number of issues pertaining to the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department's handling of his daughter's case. Chief among the issues he raised, the Los Angeles Coroner's Department ordered sheriff deputies not to touch Mitrice's remains, an order they ignored in violation of the law.
Mitrice's remains were found in an area not far from the Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff's Station. There are reports that the coroner's office explicitly told sheriff deputies not to touch the remains, and there are also reports that the law states that only the coroner's office officials are to remove remains in this type of situation. So please elaborate on that.
Definitely. So I found out that the remains were found, and coroner, he and I talked for a long time, and he says, Mr. Richardson, the results came back unspecified, undetermined. It is solely based on the sheriff went against my directive not to remove the remains. I said, what does that mean? He says, they moved the remains against my directive. We're trained specialists to move remains. They had no business moving. Because they moved them, it resulted in the county coroner having to go back to the site 3 times to gather additional fragments that they left behind by just scooping them up. Now here's the thing, this is how ironic these pigs are, man, and I'm just so frustrated. They don't tell us that they had to remove them and hurry up because they was losing light. It was 2,000 hours, meaning it was 8 o'clock, and it said it was dark and dangerous and they wanted to leave. And I say, can you repeat that so I can put that on the recorder? Because he didn't understand where I was coming from. I said, well, the point I'm trying to get at you is, you have sheriff deputies out here with guns and all kind of artillery, and you ready to leave at 8 o'clock, but you gonna send my baby out here at 12:38 midnight with no phone, no purse, no car, and you thought you didn't do nothing wrong, but you ready to take your men up out of here, and they got guns. So the next thing was, well, we had to remove them because we didn't want the animals to get a hold of her scent and start disrupting the cadaver. I said, according to the county reporter, the county coroner, is she's been down there anywhere from 6 months to over a year, ain't did nothing. Now what makes you think they're going to do something there? Generally, when I see a crime scene, you put your best Keystone cops there with some yellow tape, give them a box of jelly donuts, and they stay there till everybody who needs to get involved with the investigation is completed. To this day, they still haven't wrote that area off and made it a crime scene. And now they want to say, well, there's still no evidence of foul play. I said, man, how stupid do you think we are? The cadaver is over here. The remains are over here. My daughter's clothes were found 100 yards separated from the cadaver and the remains. So they're going to try to tell us, well, this is a flooded riverbank area. The water, when it was raining, flooded up and moved the clothes. So I say, now let me get this straight. Let me just paint a picture for your listeners. It flooded. It got over the remains. It unhooked her bra from around her chest cavity, took her panties off, and took her jeans, and slightly moved them off the remains and floated down the street. Now, if you can make some sense out of that, man, please let me know. Because right now, you sound like a complete idiot if you think I'm going to sit here and believe this. So you say, so no, you know, let the professionals deal with it. That's what we've been trying to tell you from the day you released her out in the night. You should have let the professional clinical psychiatrist deal with it. You should have let the professional county coroner come and remove these remains. But you guys are so, you want to preach to us that you've done everything by the book. But if you do everything by the book, everybody is not so anxious to try to cover up to ensure what they've done by the book. And you guys just keep repeatedly making mistakes.
Among those scheduled to speak are Los Angeles County Sheriff Lee Baca, Steve Whitmore, spokesperson for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, and Michael Genico, the Chief Attorney with the Office of Independent Review. The community is strongly encouraged to turn out in support of the Richardson family and press officials with their questions and concerns about the disappearance and death of Mitrice Richardson. For more information, visit the events section of the website bringmitricejustice.org.